Creative Mom Kamela here from Creative Mom's Decant. So today I'm going to be showing you how to engrave using Cricut Design Space and an aluminum sheet. Let's get started. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is you're going to need 2 sessions of Cricut Design Space. The first one, you're going to want to open up this project that has been created by Kay Hall at Clever Someday. It's called Foil or Engrave Fill Starter Shape, and I will link the link to this project in Design Space below in the description. I'm going to go ahead and copy it, and then you're going to want to go to File and New Window and open up a new window of Design Space. And I pasted that filler shape because we're going to need it. And I'm going to grab now a template for myself to work on that's 8 by 8, just like the aluminum sheet we will be engraving on. And I'm going to change that to gray just to look. I want to place a deer on this, so I'm going to search for deer in the images. And I'm looking for a single layer or layers that you can remove, and the single layer still looks great. So let's scroll through. This is perfect. This is what I'm looking for. And you want to do these at an angle. So we're going to slide it to the angle because we're going to slice this out of these lines so that it will, if I switch this shape to engrave now, it will only engrave the outside edge, and that's not what we want. We want the whole solid shape. So I turned it to its side, and I'm going to go ahead and expand it. You don't want to change the shape of this. If you're interested in how to learn how to change the shape of this, let me know in the comments and I'll show you. It's a little more tricky than today. So I'm going to change the shape of my image to be close to the size that I want. And then I'm going to select both and go to Slice. And as soon as the action there happens, you'll be able to separate the two. And you should now have a blank piece like this and another one of those. And then you have your scraps, which I will select all and delete. And as far as these, they are usually close to the same. They'll have minor differences. And so you can kind of look, and I don't see a difference one. Every once in a while you'll see a difference, but I don't in this one. I'm going to tilt him back up the direction that I want, and I maybe will expand him just a little. And now watch, if we go to Engrave, it hardly changes because this will engrave all the lines to get our full texture. I think I'm going to add the word welcome to this project. So I'm going to search through some text and find some text that's going to work great with engraving. So the mustache font is one that engraves well on its own. So that's it as a basic cut. And when you go to engrave, it does engrave well on its own and looks nice. And then I have this copper black font, which does not. So I'm going to go ahead and copy another copy of our filler shape. And I'm going to take these words and place them inside there. And as soon as I weld them, and then I can select both and slice, and now I have those as engraved letters as well. So let's get this set up for engraving. I'm going to use my Cricut Maker 3 today for engraving. I'm going to select the top words, the image, and the bottom words. And I'm going to center all of these horizontally, and then I want to attach those. And they should all be Engrave. And then I'm going to select those and my basic shape and center them. I'm going to go ahead and center that. All right, now we need our helper shape so that we can engrave this by placing it on our mat and making everything work. So I grab a basic circle and I'm going to make it 0.10, so super small, or 0.1. And we want to position this at 0.25 and 0.25. Placing it at a 1/4 inch in the top corner of your mat won't hurt a thing. And I go ahead and change it to Engrave also. And then you want to attach all of this for a second and select the helper shape that you just made and placed. Oops, I'm sorry. The next thing we need to do is align this shape. So our basic shape here with everything on it needs to be positioned at the 1 and the 1. Now, the helper shape here that we've used, we are not cutting. The aluminum's already cut for us. So we want to make that disappear. And we want to select all of these and attach. That way, when we go to make it, this little shape up here won't hurt anything, but this will engrave exactly in the center, assuming we will place our metal sheet on the 1 and the 1. If you want to see how I finish this project, I would love to show you. Check it out in the next video later today. Thanks for watching. Go engrave with Cricut Design Space. Have a joyful day.